This is the remnants of a hotel. I totally see why Hollywood likes to use this place as a film set. Totally see it now. What's going on, members of the barrio? John coming to you outside of Real de Catorce. Clearly we are not in New York anymore, and today I'm going to be showing you around a very legendary Mexican ghost town that isn't that well known outside of the country. It's got a lot of cool history, and we're also going to be showing you this really cool cabin that we rented off of Airbnb. So we're going to give you the whole experience of what it's like coming to this desert town in the Sierra Catorce mountain range. First thing that strikes you here, it's very rustic, very charming. This is the bedroom area, 3 different beds, and we have Adriana getting ready to show us around town.
Making sure I don't have anything on my teeth, guys. Look at this, it's so cozy. Let me show you my favorite part.
Show us.
The whole thing is full of little touches that I really like real Mexican. And this is my favorite part. We have a little fireplace right here because this town gets really cold at night, so it's really cool to have some fire at night and just enjoy around it. They have some Mexican games right here. It's really cool. I like the touches in this cabin.
We're gonna have to maybe try this fireplace later tonight. Maybe.
Yeah. We might show you, we might not. We'll see.
And we'll show them the view out the window.
Look at all those cactuses.
So if you're interested in staying in this Airbnb, putting a link down below in the description. And now, maybe one of the funnest parts of the video, we are going to drive to Real de Catorce, and getting there is half the fun. This is Raul, Adriana's brother, and normally he doesn't wear cowboy hats, but for this video we decided to get really authentic here in the desert. Listo? Listo. This is going to be my first time going to Real de Catorce, but I have read so much about entering the town through the desert and through this mystical tunnel that's 2 kilometers long. So I'm getting pumped up to see this. A little early in the morning right now. I'm kind of tired, but Adriana, you ready for this? You've done this a few times, right?
Oh my god, no. I did this when I was like 10 years old or 11 years old. So for me, it's like I was never here.
Stopped to take a very famous picture. We are almost in town. Raul insisted that we do this because her brother has come to this town many times, and yeah, this view is pretty epic. I honestly couldn't stop filming. Like, I have too much footage of the drive here. All right, brace for my intermediate Spanish. We are about to enter the Túnel de Ogarrio. Pretty good? Pretty good pronunciation?
Túnel de Ogarrio.
Túnel de Ogarrio. This famous tunnel, which costs 50 pesos to enter, used to be used by the silver miners to enter the town. So as you go through, it's 2 kilometers long. You can kind of imagine what their experience was like. And apparently this is very cool. There's a bit of a line for it. We're gonna film as much as we can going inside. I don't know how dark it is. I'm pretty pumped though. It's like we're in line for a ride at Disney World or something. Another option I've read is you can take these trucks through the tunnel as well, which would probably be an even cooler experience. All right, we waited about 20 minutes. We're going in. Lincoln or Holland tunnels in New York took a page from this and turned it into an old mining tunnel. I think tourism would increase a lot to New Jersey. So as you can see behind me, for a ghost town, the parking lot is quite full. And while Real de Catorce has a full-time population of about 1,000 people, on weekends, on holidays, tourism is booming here, to be honest with you. All right, guys, let's talk a little bit about the history of Real de Catorce. In the late 1700s, this was a booming silver mining town. And everything changed in the early 1900s. The miners left, and it became a ghost town. Now, today, it still, maintains that charm, clearly. But it is nothing like a true ghost town where there's like nobody here. I mean, there's people here. Lots of tourists. I mean, let's be realistic, but there's a reason they're coming here, for something unique. And I've also been reading that many mystical types like to come here because of the energy that apparently emanates from this town. You're an intuitive person. Do you feel that energy walking through here?
Yeah, I wanted to come for that reason. Actually, I read a lot, so I'm really excited about it, and I can feel it, definitely.
And Adriana said something funny before. I totally agree with this. I feel like this is the typical American stereotype of what Mexico looks like. And while that's not true, Mexico is really diverse with cities and beaches and everything. I'm happy to perpetuate that stereotype a little bit because this is just so beautiful. This is interesting behind me. To enter the main iglesia church of Real de Catorce, you have to take a little shower. Never seen that before. This town is absolutely beautiful, and if it looks familiar to you, it has been in many TV shows and even some movies. Brad Pitt, the Mexican, 2001, Julia Roberts filmed right here. That's right. So this is a movie producer director's dream from Mexican town. We've just stepped into the old Casa de Moneda, the money house, and now they've turned it into a museum, which I think is actually really cool.
Me parezco.
Sí, un poco. One thing I have definitely noticed since entering the town is I am just huffing and puffing for air right now. We are about 9,000 feet above sea level, something to keep in mind. Also, if you're enjoying this video, make sure to subscribe to the channel. And if you like Mexico content, we actually have a lot of it over the years. I have a playlist I'm linking down below. You want to see different parts of Mexico, you want to explore desert towns like this, we've got everything. Check out that playlist. Platique con el de al lado, which means
Talk each other.
no Wi-Fi for lunch. No Wi-Fi.
Talk to each other. It's a handmade tortilla that is hard, with salsa on the bottom, and then you have the eggs on the top. And you have beans and a little bit of salad.
And?
Spicy but good.
Spicy but good.
Yeah.
I love all the things that you can do with eggs in Mexico. Livens it up a bit. A lot of times an egg breakfast in the US is just kind of boring. This is an egg breakfast right here. Pretty much any plaza in Mexico has this in the middle, right? It's almost a guarantee.
Yeah, it's a Spanish thing.
This is absolutely beautiful. I love what they did for the holidays here.
Yep.
This is the remnants of a hotel. I totally see why Hollywood likes to use this place as a film set. Totally see it now.
So this is the cemetery of the town, and it's really old. It has really old, how's it called, like
Tombs.
tombs. But people come here till this day to see it. It's still working, so we're gonna try to be respectful, and that's it.
Let's go. Some of the most beautiful cemeteries I've ever seen have been in Latin America. And I have to admit, if you needed a final resting place, you know, overlooking those mountains right there, beautiful church in this direction, it's a good spot. And it's really beautiful too. We're actually experiencing something a little bit uncommon right now in Real de Catorce, some rain.
Yeah.
And it snows here as well. Isn't that usually a big phenomenon in Mexico to show the snow in Real de Catorce?
Yeah, when it gets really cold, you can see snow here. And I thought it was just a little bit of snow, but I heard people saying that it's actually quite a bit of snow.
I think we missed it by about 2 weeks though.
Yeah, it snowed a couple of weeks ago. It looked beautiful in the pictures.
I'm gonna put a picture of it up now. So just imagine we were walking through that. That would be really magical. You know, I always like to give you guys advice whenever I visit somewhere. Good piece of advice for Real Catorce: wear good shoes. Wear shoes that have some grip to them, because you're gonna be walking on stone streets, up steep hills. Yeah, a little warning, but totally worth it. I mean, this is definitely got to be in like the top 5 most beautiful places I've seen in Mexico, I think.
There's zip lining here if you want to do it. From here to all the way there.
We have 2 different types of elotes on display here. We have on the corn and in the cup.
Yes.
You've been wanting this all day, so why don't you take a bite and let us know how it is.
Okay, but this is messy, so
It's
I'm
messy
sorry
food.
for what's coming.
The Adriana shake. This means it's good.
It's so good.
E, your opinion? Muy bueno. I haven't had this in a super long time. It's a lot of flavor. Wow. Oh, a little spicy too. I'm honestly not the biggest fan of elote, but I see why people like it. We are heading back to the cabin right now for sunset, and you're going to see what the big advantage to renting a cabin when you come to Real de Catorce is, trust me. Real de Catorce, while it has been discovered, wouldn't call it a hidden gem. It is still a very beautiful ghost town and a pueblo mágico that definitely deserves some attention, right?
Yeah, you have to visit it at least once.
Alright guys, this is the last video from this little mini Mexico series. Back to New York City. Content coming up real soon. Thank you so much for watching. As always, until next time.